What's going on, guys? Criminal Justice here, and today we're back with another LSPDFR tutorial. Today, guys, we're going to be jumping back into some older mods, but they've been recently updated. These are some old Albo mods, and I've been dying and waiting on someone to bring these mods back, and they've been brought back. Today, we're going to be installing LSPDFR Plus. So click the link in the description below, guys. Going to bring you this page right here. This is done by Sparky81. And in my opinion, man, I just want, if you ever see this video, Sparky, I just want to give you a big shout out, man, for bringing these mods back. I've been dying and waiting for someone to bring these mods back. So Sparky81 did not only bring out LSPDFR Plus, but he brought back Traffic Policer and Arrest Manager, and they're all updated. Now, if you want to find the Arrest Manager and the Traffic Policer tutorial, for me, it's going probably to be on my Patreon. With that said, guys and girls, it's very important with this type of mod that you go down here and you read this description. As you guys can see, there's a lot of information down here that you're going to need. Like your requirements right here. You're going to need these requirements. And I've got the requirements set up in the description for you. But there's a lot of stuff here that you need to read, like keybinds and stuff. So just keep that in mind. We're going to download the file here. I will take into game and show you how the mod works. I'm learning this with you. This is the first time I'm doing this, so we're going to be doing this together. We're going to click agree and download, and you're going to want the main file, the 802. You're going to want to download right here. Next up is going to be a must-have requirement. If you don't download this requirement, it's not going to work for you, okay? Make sure you go down here. This is going to be the Albo 1125.com.dll version 6640. You want to go here where it says Albo 1125.com.rar, and you're going to click that. It's going to download it. Once you get everything downloaded, okay, you're going to locate your main game directory. I'm assuming you know how to do that by now. All right, open up your main game directory. We're going to open up our LSPDFR Plus WinRAR. All right, and there's a lot of keybinds, guys, that we have to go through in this game. For this mod. So we're going to double click on the LSPDFR Plus, and we're going to double click on the Grand Theft Auto 5 folder, and we're going to highlight everything in here. Hold down your control key, deselect the RageNativeUI.xml and the RageNativeUI.dll. Now, if you already have one of these in your directory, the UI.dll from Rage Native, then you don't have to drop this. But if you don't have one, then you need to drop this, okay? We're going to grab the plugins and the Albo25.com.dll. We're going to pull this into our main game directory, and we're going to drop them in, just like so. Now, let's go ahead and close out of this and get rid of this shortcut. Now, the reason that we need the other Albo 1125.com.dll is to replace the one that comes in there, okay? Because without this, your mod will not work. From my knowledge, it will not work. The one that we put in there, he may have it where it works. Open up that WinRAR for Albo and grab this file right here, the only one, the application extension, pull it into your main game directory, drop it in, and you're going to replace it just like so. Just like that. Close out of this and get rid of that shortcut. Now, so we're going to go into here. We're going to go to plugins, and we're going to go to LSPDFR, and you're now going to have an LSPDFR folder right here, okay? You're going to have one. We are going to scroll down until we find the configuration setting, okay, for LSPDFR Plus, which is going to be right here. We're going to open this up. We're going to get it real big. Now, as you guys can see, there's a lot of stuff to go over in here. And it's been a long time since I've used this mod. I've not tested it. I'm doing this with you guys. We're doing this together, okay? So we're going to go down through here, and we are going to read these. If true, other AI units will ambiently join the pursuit even if you don't call for them. So what I'd recommend doing, guys, is setting auto pursuit backup enabled to true. That keeps you from having to call for backup when you get into a pursuit. They will automatically join, okay? So if they track a pursuit, they'll come in there and join. This key only works during pursuits and when you're in a vehicle to minimize conflicts. Open pursuit tactics menu, okay? So you can set this to left shift Q or whatever you want to set it to. I'm going to set mine because my Q is my computer, my LSPDFR computer. So I'm going to set mine to left shift T. I'm going to do it like that. And I'm just going to leave it at that. Now, this key only works when on foot and when near a pedestrian. Open ticket menu. You definitely want this, guys, because this is going to be, if I'm not mistaken, this is going to be for a ticket menu to write tickets to pedestrians who are walking around or illegally parked vehicles. So with that, I don't want to leave this on Q because every time you hit the Q button, your guy's going to take cover, okay? So I'm going to put this, I'm going to set this to left shift I, just like so, okay? So I'm going to put that on left shift I. Down here, there was one up here I didn't read right here. True or false here at the very top, guys. True / false to enable, disable custom pursuit AI. Default to off, false in LSPDFR. So I would just leave this at false, ladies and gentlemen. I wouldn't mess with that. Leave it just the way it is. We're moving on down right here to where it says default key to bring us LSPDFR's pluses custom traffic stop menu. Should be different than the default menu. Change traffic stop interact key to none. So this means we have to go back to our LSPDFR configuration file in our main directory, and we have to change this right here to none, and we will do that, okay? Bring up to traffic stop menu key, so it's set to E. Let's change that to a capital I, okay? Because if we don't and you have stop the ped installed, it's going to interact with your stop the ped. Down here, possible controller buttons. Now, if you're using a controller like I am, I don't put a lot on my controller. This is for the, is this for the menu? Possible controller buttons, bring up traffic stop menu controller. But yeah, so I'm just going to set this right here. I'm going to set this to none because I don't like a lot of stuff on my controller. So I'm just going to leave that on none. I'm going to leave that to none. Enhanced traffic stops, you want to leave that on true. If, and down below that is going to be default automatic AI. If true, sets automatic pursuit AI to be activated when going on duty. Pursuit when active going on duty. This can be altered in game at any time. So that means we can alter it through the menu probably. So I would just leave this at true for right now. Down below this, set to true or false depending on whether you wish to use the point system for tickets. I don't use the point system for tickets. I'm just going to set this to false if I can spell it. And this, if you set that to true, guys, this is your point system right here. However you want to set it, it'll be completely up to you. The incremental step for the point system, this is also for the point system, guys. So you set this to true, then you would mess with these. I'm not going to mess with them because I don't use the point system. The currency used to display the fines. If British policing script is running, set this to this right here, in which you would just copy this and you would paste, you would go to over the money sign and paste it there, okay? But I'm American, so I'm going to use the money sign. Max fine, you can adjust this however you want for the max fine. So that's $5,000. You can set it from, you know, as high as you want to as low as you want. Okay, down here, this is only without British script installed, okay? So the categories feature only work if British policing script isn't installed, as British policing script replaces these features automatically. Now, open court menu key, this is very important. You have to have this. Now, if all of your functioning keys are taken up like mine are, because I have no functioning keys available, I'm just going to set this to a key. I might actually set it to a numpad. I don't know, because I honestly don't have any keybinds available for this, to be honest about it. I have no keybinds available. So I'm going to set this, I am going to set this to a capital, and if you use a letter, make sure it is a capital letter, okay? So court system menu, I'm just going to do a capital C. Even though that looks behind me, you can just tap it real quick. It'll initiate the court system. So that's open court menu key, okay? So we're going to set that to C. Down here, setting this to true makes the case hearing take place 1 to 4 days from the crime date and only during traffic hours. Setting this to false makes the case hearing take place 2 to 10 minutes after the crime. So that's what we're doing. We're going to set that. We're going to leave this at false, so that a way that it doesn't take so long to bring the court hearing up. So again, setting this to false makes the case hearing take place 2 to 10 minutes after the crime, okay? So I think that's pretty much it, guys and girls. Now remember, we have to go back to our LSPDFR file and set our traffic stop interact key to none, and that's what we're going to do, okay? It's going to be under LSPDFR and keys I and I. All right, so here's what we're going to do. We're going to go up here. We're going to click File and click Save. All right, ladies and gentlemen, so I mentioned it in the last part of the video, but I almost forgot to do it. So we have to go into our main game directory, all right? And this is what you want to do. In your main game directory, you're going to navigate to the LSPDFR folder, and you're going to open up your keys I and I. All right, let me get mine pulled up here. And in here, we're going to go down to stop interact, all right? So not traffic start, but traffic stop interact. So right here. So if you're on keyboard, your traffic stop interact key needs to be set to none, all right? If you are on controller, all right, if you're on controller, it would be traffic stop interact controller key equals none. Make sure those modifier keys for those specific keybinds are also set to none. I think that's pretty much it. But just make sure that all of your traffic stop interact are all set to none. If I can ever find them again. I'm sorry, guys. I've been having some trouble with this with my game today, and it's really got me flustered. Okay, right here. So all these guys, all these right here, not the traffic start. Sorry, guys, not the traffic. Do not do traffic stop start. Don't do that. The traffic stop interact keys, they all need to be set to none. These right here all need to be set to none. And we have to set it like that because if not, it'll interfere with the LSPDFR Plus, the traffic stop menu. So once you're done, click File, click Save, close out, and I will see you all inside of LSPDFR. All right, ladies and gentlemen. So if you got inside the game and you got that black error window, here's what we're going to do to try and fix that. Okay, we're going to open up our main game directory again. We're going to open up that LSPDFR Plus WinRAR. If you need to go download it again, the link is in the description, guys and girls. And we're going to open this up and open up the Grand Theft Auto 5 folder. And we're just going to grab the Albo 1125 .com and .dll. We're going to pull this into our main game directory like this. Now, before we do anything, we're going to click compare info for both files. Now, this is the one that's in our directory right here, okay? Files already in your GTA 5. So as you can see, it's an older version. So I don't know. That's the older one we installed from the other website. So we're going to click on this one, which is the newer one, the 517.25. And we're going to click continue. Okay, and that's going to replace it. Now, it also, if you guys notice, it also says something about an up-to-date rage.avi.dll, which I'm pretty sure I have one. We're going to grab the one from our WinRAR. We're going to pull it in, the rage.avi.dll. We're going to grab that, pull it into our main directory, and drop it. Again, we're going to compare info for both files. The one that's in our GTA is 42 of 24. The one from the WinRAR is 1212 of 24. So we're going to select this one and we're going to click continue and overwrite it. Okay, now here's what we're going to do. We're going to go into the game together. Okay, I'm going to close this and we're going to check that Albo right here. So it is for let's see, it doesn't tell us there. Okay, so we're going to close out of this. So if you come into the game and you have this screen right here, it says your LSPDFR Plus traffic stop menu key plugin LSPDFR Plus INI are the same as the default LSPDFR traffic stop keys. Now, we've already changed this. We've set it to none. So what we're going to do is you can automatically disable the default LSPDFR traffic stop menu keys. This will edit the keys in the INI file. So we're going to hit 1. And don't worry about that. My guy does that from time to time because he just, I don't know, he likes to stroke out from time to time. What the heck is going on? What just happened? Okay, so when you do that, it's going to knock you off duty again, okay? I think it took me off duty. Let's see. Yeah, it takes you off duty. So when you hit that 1, just be prepared. It's probably going to do some funky stuff like that. So it takes you off duty. You'll have to hit that 4 key, go back into the game. Go back in the console key, and y'all know how to do it. Type in force duty, hit tab, and then hit enter. So, all right. So this time, if you get it again, guys, just hit 2, and we're gonna exit out. And if I can get my guy to work here. If I can possibly get him to work, that would be great. That'd be nice. Let me try to reload all my plugins, because if you guys have these same issues, I want to troubleshoot them with you. So let's reload all plugins again. Or not again, but let's do that. We're going to reload all plugins and see if that unfreezes my guy. If you guys are having these same issues, I want to troubleshoot it with you here so you know what to do to fix it. My guy's like barely squinting. All right, there it goes. All right, so we're off duty again. And when you reload all plugins, it is going to take you off duty. So that did unfreeze my character. All right, so now what we're going to do is we're going to hit F4. And we're going to type in FORCE. And we're going to hit Tab. And we're going to hit Enter. And we're going to go back on duty again to see if this fixes the issue. So we'll find out. We're going to let everything load up here first. This is just part of modding, man. This is just what comes with it. I can't tell you guys how many times I've troubleshooted my game in the last almost 7 years I've been doing this stuff. A lot of times, guys, I've troubleshooted my game. All right, let's hit Escape. And we're going to hit 2 again. If you guys get that window, just hit 2 again. And my guy is still all right, ladies and gentlemen. So what I did was I went to my pause menu. I went to LSPDFR and I went go to nearest police station. It put me here, and this is where I'm at now. And you guys, because there's no menu up, so I'm not too sure what's going on. This game, man. Oh, this game. So we're gonna hit that. We're gonna go into the map, and we're gonna switch our view, and I'm going to spawn outside of the police station at Polito, which is going to be right up here, and I'm going to set a waypoint to right here. And then I'm going to hit my delete key, and I'm going to spawn out. But as you can see, it's acting a little weird. It's acting really weird, so it is not. We'll go back to the nearest police station again, and I'm going to show you guys exactly what it's doing. All right, so let's see what happens here. Nearest police station. There we go. We got it. We're fixed. So you just got to go through a little troubleshooting to get it fixed. All right, guys. So we're going to conduct a traffic stop here real quick. Let me pull this car over right here, and we're going to see how all the ticket menu and all that good stuff works. I believe that's how it works. Is you got to pull somebody over. Oh, I'm not doing a pursuit. There's no way. Every time, dude. We'll get into pursuits here shortly, not right this second. All right, let's pull this guy over.
All units remain on alert.
Let's go ahead and pull this guy over here. Yeah, I'm not getting into pursuit. No, oh my gosh.
Westbound. Bravado off-road.
All right, so if we're in a pursuit, let's go ahead and do it. And we should be able to hit the left shift T. There's your pursuit tactics menu right there. You can do automatic tactics, or you can go down here and do slightly aggressive, full out aggressive. Let's do full out aggressive.
Suspect heading south.
Let's do full out aggressive, and that is the left shift T key. So we're gonna do a full out aggressive pursuit. So I'm not sure if that's how aggressive the police are or the suspect is. So we'll find out here. So let's get into pursuit. This is gonna be quite a bit of an in-game showcase. Guys and girls, because there's a lot to go over with this mod. So yeah, it looks like it's how aggressive the police are. Bro, don't stop in front of me, you idiot. All right, so let's get this guy. I'm not gonna run my sirens. I'm just gonna. All right, and again, you can hit that left shift T, and you can do automatic tactics, and it'll automatically choose it for you. But we're gonna do full out aggressive, and then just don't tick the box, just like that right there. So let's see how. I should have got a faster car. I should have got my. I should have gotten my Lancer.
Target last seen heading north, doing 70 miles per hour.
Let me get through this traffic here. So let's see if the cop is aggressive. It looked like he's being aggressive, and I think that's what it is. It's the aggressiveness of the police officers that. Your backup units. And remember, we did, in the I&I file, we picked for backup to automatically be dispatched when we get into a pursuit, and that's what they did. They come right in there, so. All right, so yeah, I think it's the cop being aggressive. All right, let's get him out of the car here. Let's get him out.
LSPD, get down on the ground.
I'm gonna get him on the ground here. Get on the ground, man. Get down. You ain't gonna die, man. You'll be alright. Alright, we're gonna cuff him. Now, we can also use the ticket menu here, I believe, with this suspect. So let's take him over here and get him out of the road. I don't want to hold traffic up because people will be going crazy and losing their minds. And stay right there for just a second. Be patient. I'm going to take him over to the side of the road, and I'm going to release him right here with Stop the Ped. All right, now I'm going to get my car. I'm going to get his vehicle out of the road. I'm just going to delete it real quick. I'm just going to delete his vehicle. I'm not going to do tow truck or nothing like that. But I am going to get my car out of the road so that people can pass on through. So let's pull the car over here. Just like so. And I'll leave my my stage 2 lights on because that way the traffic will pass on by. So, all right, now let's see. Since we've got him cuffed, let's hit, what's the keybind? Left shift I. All right, now right here you can select his offenses. And right here you'll notice the fine. You can adjust that, left shift I again. Sorry, guys. You can adjust that fine however you like, and it goes all the way up to a max of $5,000. However, if you can select ticket or court summons. We're gonna do ticket, and we're gonna go to select offenses, and we are going to do felony. So you've got traffic, you've got disorder, and you've got felony. We are going to do felonies because that's a felony evade. So, and let's see if that is in here. It might be under traffic. Felony evade might be. Yeah, felony evading right here. And then we haven't tested him for narcotics or anything like that, so we don't know what's going on with that. But we'll just pick felony evading for right now, and we'll do reckless driving and reckless endangerment. Now, when I go back, you're going to see that the fine is up to $5,000. But if I go back and I deselect one, the fine will be $4,150. Okay, so the more more serious the charges are, the higher the price is going to go. You know, on the fine for him. But the judge decides that initially. Now, if we don't pick anything, of course, it's going to be set at $5. But we're going to go back, and I'm going to select. Let's do speeding 30 plus, and let's do felony evading, and that's going to come to a total of $3,730. Now we're going to go down to ticket and click enter, and your character is going to do this cool little animation right here. So I'm going to actually try to get a thumbnail while he's doing this right here. I'm going to do my Rockstar editor. That's how I get my thumbnails. So now once he gets done writing the ticket, he should pop up on the court system, I believe, or maybe you have to do it as a court summons. We'll find out either way. So, all right. Now when you hit the C key or whatever you set your court system menu key to, when you hit that, you're going to see that if anybody's in your system, they'll be right here, and anybody that's already been in the system and is awaiting trial will be right here. Okay. So let's go back. And let's hit left shift I, and let's go down to where it says ticket and go to court summons, okay? And we're going to issue him a court summons. I don't know if I was supposed to select the offenses or not, but we might have to select the same offenses as we did in the ticket to get him to go to a court summons. But I know once you get the court summons, once you write this to him, if he's in the computer system, it'll tell you above your mini map. It'll tell you to hit the C on the. Yeah, so it didn't do it. So let's hit left shift I again. And let's go to select offenses. And what do we get him for? Speeding 30 plus and felony evading. Then we're going to go back, and we want to make sure this is on court summons. Make sure that's on court summons. Let's see. And felony evading, right? Yep, so make sure it's on court summons. And then click enter on that. And let's see if it puts him in the court system, because that's how it did it for me earlier. So I don't know. I'm not too sure. The only reason that one guy is in my court system is because I tried to do a video earlier and I didn't get it. It wouldn't. My OBS shut down on me and crashed my game, so it didn't work quite right for me. So yeah, I'm not sure how to really get him in the system, to be honest about it. Let's try. Let's click the I. Can't do that again. Left shift I. I don't know how to get him in. Estimated fine. The judge will decide on the final penalty. I'm not sure how to get him in the system. I'm really not too sure how to do that. I thought maybe you had to select. Oh, you know what? I think it might have to be maybe it's got to be a felony to get him in the court system. Who knows? Let's do. Let's try a felony and let's see if this is what it is. It may have to be a felony. Maybe, I don't know. Because we selected felony evading, so I mean, like I said, guys, I'm learning this with you as I go. So let's just say we'll get him with possession, intent to sell, and paraphernalia. I want to do a felony just to see if he pops up in the court system. So let's write that. This guy's going to have all kinds of charges by the time I'm done with him. I'm just trying to find a way. Now, when he pops up in the court system after you write the ticket, if he's in the court system, in this menu right here, it will tell you above your mini map right there. It'll tell you above your mini map. And it will tell you to press the key bind to open up your court menu. And it's not doing it. I have no clue why. All right, guys. So let's let him go. Let's go ahead and get transport for him. I'm not too sure why. And it may be something I'm doing wrong. So Sparky81, if you're watching this at any time and I'm doing something wrong, please let me know. Because I would like to go back and correct it at some point. So we're going to get transport for him. And we're going to get into a pursuit, and we're going to try that. I really want the court menu to work, man. I really do. See, I've already got one guy in here, right here. There's one guy right there. I don't know how to get it to work, man. I just don't get it. I don't know how to get somebody in the system. I don't understand how to do it. Yeah, I just don't get it. So let's get into a pursuit, and I'm just going to point somebody else as a target here. And for those who are curious about how I'm about to do this, is you're going to point your gun at a vehicle, and you're going to press up on the D-pad a few times or T on the keyboard a few times as you're pointing your gun like this. Well, you can't do it to a cop. Can't do it to a cop. So we'll do this car right here. So you're going to point your gun, you're going to press up on the D-pad a few times or T on the keyboard a few times. And it initiates a pursuit. All right, and now we're going to open up the... I'm going to open up the pursuit tactics menu, which is going to be left shift T. And you can do automatic tactics like this. Oh, did he already get him? I didn't want it to end that quickly. Man, this is not going the way I planned it to today. All right, let's point this guy out. No, we already pointed. Did we? No.
Damn! Get this scumbag!
Now, hit left shift T, and this pulls up the tactics menu. So you can do automatic tactics, or you can do safe, slightly aggressive, or a full out aggressive. Now that part is how aggressive the police officers are when they're chasing the suspect. Let me go ahead and end that pursuit right there. I don't know what it's doing. It's annoying me though. It's annoying me. So we're gonna point out somebody else and see if we can't get this to work.
Target heading north
And
on foot.
we're gonna try different tactics. That's my point. That's what I want to do is try different tactics. So let's point this guy out right here.
Look over there!
And hit left shift T, and we're gonna do safe. Just like that. We're gonna leave it on safe and check the box, okay?
Silver, Mammoth,
Oh my
Patriot,
gosh.
utility vehicle.
Jeez. All right, so he's taken off. Now, also, if you'll notice where in the I&I file where we selected for cops to automatically join the pursuit when we got into a full active pursuit, there'll ought to be backup coming after, the suspect. So now you can, of course, call for extra backup. That's completely up to you. But here comes a cop right here, and he's on a bike, and they never end good. Matter of fact, I'm going to turn my Rockstar Air on just so I can catch this guy flying off his bike because I know what's going to happen. I'm going to let him take primary. All right, now he's got primary. And remember, guys, we've got the tactics on safe, so he shouldn't be too aggressive. He's probably just going to follow behind him and just, keep tabs on him. So let me turn this off. Now we're going to switch the tactic. We're going to check that box, and we're going to go to slightly aggressive. That's how we're going to do it. And we're going to leave the box unchecked. And let's see if he may not be too aggressive because he's on a bike. So dispatch requesting backup. Let's get some more backup out here. Okay, see that, guys? Where it says press C for the court system? That guy finally went into the court system after a few minutes. So he's in there. The guy that we wrote a citation to a while ago. He's finally in there. All right. So he's a pending result. And select this case and press insert to make the hearing take place immediately. So Let's hit insert on the keyboard. And the kills. Okay. Hearing is for... All right, we're going to hit insert again. And it erased it. So, yeah, I'm not too sure. I mean, I'm sure it said something on the screen that I didn't catch, but... okay, now, select the case. I want to see if it's going to... Okay, so here we go right here. So, possession with intent to sell paraphernalia, guilty, fine $24,500. And that was both of his, that was a court summons and a ticket. So it finally went in there. I guess it might take a minute to put it in there. I'm not sure. And this guy right here, he was charged with speeding and no helmet. He was found guilty, fine of $180. Offense took place on the date. There's the time, and hearing was on that date and time. So you can also hit delete to get rid of these, just like so. Okay, now we're going to change the tactics. Left shift T. We're going to change it to full out aggressive and check the box.
Suspect heading west.
And I want to get a vehicle cop in here, a cop in a vehicle, so that I can see if that's what is different about the tactics is the aggressiveness of the police officer. Dispatch requesting backup. Did you pull out in front of me? So I'm just trying some different things with this plug-in here, guys. I mean, it's a cool plug-in. I'm really glad that Spark81 are bringing these plugins back. So we've got a tutorial now on LSPDFR Plus, and we're going to be doing a tutorial on the new Traffic Policer and the new Police Smart Radio. So we'll see how it all works, guys. All right, so yeah, he's not being too aggressive on the bike, but I'm pretty sure that only applies to cops in vehicles. So let's see. All right, he's right behind me. I'm going to let him go around here. Okay, now let's see how aggressive he is. Let's see if he gets, because he might get really aggressive with him. I'm going to knock this guy off the bike because he's getting on my nerves. Great, now he got trapped behind vehicles. Get out of here, man. Get out of here. I don't want you in this pursuit. Get out of here. So I'm waiting on that guy to come back up here. Dispatch, send me some backup. Dude, come on.
Assistance required.
This guy's just going in circles, man. He's just going in circles. Now, once we get this guy stopped, we can probably put him in the system as well by opening up that ticket menu and writing his tickets out to him and his court summons. But I would say only pick one. Don't pick both, because as you guys can see, when I wrote the court summons and the ticket for that one guy, it popped up twice. So I would just choose either your ticket or your court summons. I would definitely do a court summons. That's how we'll do it on this next stop. Okay, I'm fixing to just pull this guy over. But your tactics, guys, that's how you set your tactics, is left shift T, and then you just set them like that. I would leave the box unticked. If you're gonna, if you wanted to be like more aggressive and stuff, I'd leave the box unticked. I would not check that box. So let's see if he's gonna be, yeah, he's super aggressive. I'm gonna let him get after him. All right, now we're gonna hit left shift T and go back to safe and see if it affects their behavior as far as chasing the suspect goes. Let's see if it affects their behavior. As a matter of fact, hit enter on safe so it'll apply it. I think that applies it. So, man, this guy is just going in circles. I'm sorry, guys. I'm trying to see if these tactics are going to work. And I've got it on safe right now, so.
We got an 1179. They've crashed. Target seen heading south.
All right, no. All right, he got him.
Let's see those hands right now.
On the ground, dude.
Into position.
On the ground.
Give it up.
The suspect's on.
Get down, man.
Don't kill me. I'm not ready.
All right, he's getting him. I'm going to get this guy right here. Don't move, man.
Boys in the pen are gonna love you.
All right, so now that we've got this sorted out, all right, let's go ahead and we're going to take him. We're going to open the ticket menu here on this guy. All right, so actually, let me get this. What are you doing here? Let me get this guy over here, actually. So we're going to walk up to him. We're going to open up the ticket menu by hitting left shift I. And we are going to do a court summons for him. So we're going to select court summons. And we're going to go up to select offenses. We're going to get him for speeding. And he does have to have some felonies for sure because, yeah, felony evading. And then we'll go back up and we'll go over to felony. And let's see what they got in here as far as pursuits go. I don't think anything for pursuits. Okay, so nothing there. So we're going to go back and we're going to click enter on court summons. And he's going to write the citation here. And this should put him in the court system. Like I said, maybe sometimes it does it immediately. Maybe sometimes, and we're going to let these other guys go. Sometimes they'll do it immediately. Maybe sometimes it just takes a few minutes to get the name in the court system. But either or, it's a cool plug-in nonetheless, guys. I didn't mean to make this so long and drawn out. But if you guys just give it a minute, so let's go ahead and get transport for him. Now to call for transport, you're going to have to use your stop the ped. Dispatch, send me a 1016. So we're going to go ahead and get 2 suspects in 1 vehicle.
Assistance required.
Bro, get out of here. Dispatch, stop traffic. Dude, my guy is not doing right at all today. Okay, there we go. There we go. Let's go ahead and get him towed.
What's the hold up here?
I don't know why that's popping. I got to change that keybind. All right, so see, he's right there. You could get him with more charges right there. There's a weapons charge. There's a paraphernalia charge right there. So, yeah, but it won't pull up unless you're next to a ped. But I think that's pretty much it, guys. I think that's going to do it for this tutorial. Ladies and gentlemen, I appreciate y'all tuning in. I'm sorry it was so long and drawn out, but there was a lot to go over. I probably still haven't figured out everything with this plugin. And if I do, I will come back and do a part 2 of this tutorial and fill you guys in. This LSPDFR tutorial will be on public YouTube. The traffic policer tutorial and the police smart radio tutorial will be on my Patreon. With that said, guys and girls, I love you all so much. God bless you all. Have an amazing day, and I will see you all in the next video.